You have probably faced situations when you made wrong decisions or said unpleasant words to loved ones under the influence of your emotions. For example, you might have yelled at a child for accidentally spilling juice on your favorite jumper. Perhaps you've sworn obscenely at the driver because he was driving too slowly. Maybe you argued with the cashier in the store without any serious reason. It is very difficult to cope with the storm of feelings and not succumb to your mood. But if you don't take control of your emotions, they will start controlling you. Then your actions will become ill-considered. You will often regret what you have done. You may lose a loved one because of it, or get problems at work. And imagine that all this, and many other problems, can be avoided if you learn how to control your emotions. Hi, you're watching Wisey, a channel about anything and everything. Today, we will tell you how to learn to control your emotions. Watch the video until the end, and you will learn how to let off steam without harming yourself and others. It's time to click like and subscribe to our channel. Did you do that? Then let's watch the video. We've prepared some effective tips especially for you. Emotions are what make us human. However, you need to use them wisely so that they don't destroy everything you've been working towards for so long. The most important thing is to learn to control your feelings at the moment when an emotional storm is occurring. But how to understand that it captured you? Here are some important signs. You feel tension in your muscles. You have an increased heart rate. You breathe too often. You sweat a lot. If you find yourself in a state where you are controlled by emotions, do the following steps. First, try to relax and calm down. Take a few deep breaths and exhalations. Then, count to 10 or 20 in your mind slowly. After that, delay the conversation or decision-making for at least a few hours in order to assess the situation in a proper way. And finally, try to identify the emotion that has taken over you, because when you understand that it is weakness, envy, or shyness, the feeling will be easier to overcome. By the way, here's an interesting fact of the day from Wisey. Did you know that animals can distinguish human emotions? Every horse, for example, can assess your movements and facial expressions from afar and instantly determine why you are coming to him, whether you are afraid of him or not. And animals, like people, feel their own emotions. For example, missing its owner, a dog can completely refuse food, not react to what is happening around it, and make peculiar sounds. It's interesting, isn't it? But back to our topic. A negative reaction to a difficult situation is one of the most common problems related to emotions. It's normal for people to feel angry or sad, but it's not completely right. The problem will not be solved by itself. Therefore, psychologists advise not to dwell on thinking about the problem. It is necessary to use the time in order to think over the plan of the next actions. That is, to think about how the problem can be solved. If you often have unpleasant emotional experiences and you are unable to overcome them with the help of the recommendations listed above, then you can use the following methods. Do what you like the most. Knit, draw, or cook something, and you will see how everything negative in your life will recede into the background. Another way to deal with your emotions is to write them down. In this case, It's best to be very frank. Describe on paper everything you want. You can burn the sheet or reread it after a few days to look at yourself from the side. Talk about your problems to yourself through the reflection in the mirror or share them with your relatives. How about a little break? I suggest you a quiz. What percent of people are unable to describe their emotions? A. 50%, B. 10%, C. 37%, D. 4%. The correct answer is B. 10% of people do not know exactly how they feel. This is called alexithymia. With such a disorder, a person is unable to describe his emotions in words, distinguish one feeling from another, and understand the mood of others. The ability to manage your emotions is a great sign of self-control. Only a balanced and self-confident person can keep his emotions under control. But, in fact, it is quite a difficult task. And if you always restrain your emotions and never show them outwardly, you can harm your own health. So, what to do, you ask? Find a way to vent your emotions. Cry if it makes it easier for you to overcome tension. Keep a personal diary. This way of controlling and managing your emotions is also quite effective. Sometimes, allow yourself to be a little kid, naughty and full of mischief. Sport is not only a great way to increase endurance, it helps to manage emotions. Sign up for shaping, dancing, or yoga. Let's summarize. It's normal to feel different emotions. The main thing is not to let them control themselves. But it's also not worth keeping them completely to yourself. It can harm your health. It's necessary to let off steam in a safe way without harming yourself and others. That's all. I hope this video was interesting and useful. If so, click like and subscribe to the Wisey channel so you don't miss interesting topics. We are already preparing useful information for you. So, see you soon!